living and of working.
Yes.
So, for example, I had contact to a Chinese surgeon, and for example, he did 13 knots to close the stitch. And he told me that up to 13, all the numbers have a bad idea in China. So he needed to improve his knots and the stitches. He did 13 knots.
30.
30.
30.
Yeah,
30.
no, it's 13, 1-3.
1-3.
Normally we do 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So in this special case, he said, yeah, because, I believe in 13 knots. And I told him, yeah, I understand that. Because, you see, we try to avoid faults. And if we think something is running good, we will repeat it.
Yeah.
The story is at surgeons, we do it like we ever did it.
Okay.
That is also a part of surgery.
Have miracles happened to you?
Oh, very seldom, very seldom. What is a miracle?
I don't know. Yeah, some people say,
In my work,
in your life.
in my life,
Yes. Maybe miracle of, I don't know.
miracle of love and children, probably.
Love
no.
and children, maybe.
Yeah, probably yes. That is probably a
Do you
miracle.
remember your first love?
No, I remember my wife and my children. So probably this is a miracle. I don't know. No.
Yeah, it is miracle.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. The life before being doctor, being surgeon, is it there? Is it exist? The life before, or you always want to be a surgeon?
Well, the decision became obvious in the end of my school time. Then I started with a medical study, and I tried several different options in medicine. But it was obviously clear that with my personality, it's just also a question of personality that you end in surgery. And now, after 25, 30 years, I don't know nothing instead of surgery.
No. No, of course. Of course. What is there any difference in a home circumstances, like you and other people? Like, what's the difference between a surgeon and other people at home, like this? Maybe clean everything, or or put them in order. I don't know. I'm just curious. People love.
It's very important to avoid to bring this hierarchy system at home. A wife and children, they don't accept this way, so you have to change and be calm and relax at home. Sometimes it's difficult because when you're stressed and lots of work, you're under pressure. But I think some different is that, for example, it's not very easy to talk about work. So sometimes this type of people, they don't like to talk about diseases, illness. So how should I tell somebody at the party or at home what I was doing? It's impossible. Or only in a very different way. It must be adapted to people you're around. So it's not too easy to talk about your daily work, but also the people that like this profession, because we are doing something while the patient is in narcosis. So there is a situation of complete dependent on the surgeon.
Of course.
I tell somebody, okay, tomorrow I will cut into your abdomen, and the man or a woman says, okay, I agree.
Yeah,
so this
of
is very
course.
special.
It's a matter of trust.
Yeah.
I trust you.
But if we will meet again in a private area, you would like to talk about the disease. You see the surgeon, and you get remembered to a part of your living where you were. It was not good. You were in hospital. You don't like that. So it's different. It's
No,
different.
I had very good experience, but it's not always like that. I realized that.
Yeah.
But I have my personal question. If I come to you 5 years ago, would my operation for removing the gallbladder differ from today's?
No.
No, same procedure.
The main difference occurred 15 years ago, where laparoscopic surgery occurred.
Yeah.
Before that, we had to do a big incision for
Yes.
this operation, so
Yes.
there was more pain, longer stay in hospital. And now with this minimal invasive technique, it's nice.
Fantastic.
It's better. So, but it's highly standardized, this procedure.
Fantastic. And narcosis is the same as well.
Yeah, probably in narcosis there was some new medicaments, slightly different. There might be a difference in between the last 5 years, yes.
Because I had a laparoscopy in 1996, and I remember absolutely different way of going to sleep.
Yeah.
Not any, dizzying, but
Yeah.
and this and
I
Yeah.
think they improved that technique. Yeah.
and yesterday was fantastic. No any pain, and the day before no any pain. Yeah, this is dangerous world. I know. I realize it's only under control of doctors. You can. Where did you study?
Sorry.
Where did you study? What university?
Yeah.
Okay.
University of
Oops. I have second.
It's fine. Yeah, I studied at the University of Aachen. Then I worked there for 20 years.
20.
Yes, that's also a difference to manager. You always change the position. Surgery is very conservative. You say you stay with your teacher, and you can learn every day, every year. And after learning everything in surgery, after 20 years, I was prepared to be a chief by myself. So I changed once in my lifetime my working place.
Yeah.
Came from Aachen to Bern.
This is the most well-known clinic in Berlin, as I know it, the best as for all the...
Yeah, for laparoscopic surgery.
Fantastic. You said you are totally in your profession. How do you know any news in the world? You're watching TV, or you're using computer, or you're reading newspapers?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Every three.
Every three? Wow.
So I read a lot of newspapers. In the last years, I started also to find information on the internet, and of course, I see the news every evening. So
Okay.
I know
You know.
about the actual politics situation.
Do you have your favorite gadget? I don't know, computer, telephone. Do you have it?
Yeah, Apple.
Apple. Yeah, same with, yeah, very useful.
Yeah, very useful.
Are you playing computer games?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore? You played?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What computer game would you do? Would you do yourself? Invent?
Invent? I don't know.
It's interesting, because it's maybe it can be connected with your profession or...
Oh, no. I have no impression. I don't know. No idea.
Okay. And very short questions, like from Proust questionnaire. What qualities you most appreciate in your friends?
Qualities in your friends.
What do you most appreciate? I don't know. Joyful people, or
I like, yeah, of course, joyful people, but I like people who consider that not everything in their life is perfect. There are so many people, you meet so many people that they tell you that everything is perfect, and all the decisions I made were right, so it should be a little bit more, this is ehrlich.
shy. A little bit, yes.
Truth, tell the truth.
Yeah.
If you're bad, okay.
Yeah.
Friends can also have a bad time or say, oh, I have problems here and there. We can discuss that also. I like that.
Honesty, maybe.
Yeah. Honesty.
Just honesty.
That's good.
That's what qualities you most appreciate in men, in women. It could be different.
No, I think it's for me. It's
Same.
what we're saying.
Do you have any pets?
No. I had a bird in my childhood.
Yeah.
No,
What
no,
bird?
no.
What bird?
Wellensittich, I don't know.
Benzidish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try to find the name. The name. What's your favorite activity? What you like to do?
Yeah.
Like-
In the moment, as I live in Berlin for 6 years now, it's a cultural living, going to a theater, going to the opera, and do some sports, but only in the moment, only jogging. So jogging. In my youth, I love to do any sports with any ball, football, volleyball, tennis, all the things. Now it's a bit difficult to find places and to be, let's say, fixed on Tuesday evening going to a sports. It's difficult for me, so I try to do some sports.
Whenever you have time.
When
yes.
I have time,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, and then I do it by my own.
What's your dream of happiness?
Happiness is, I think, what I'm doing in the moment.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
so everything I told you now, and in this combination of my family, my work, my living in Berlin is perfect. At the moment, it's good.
What's your what's greatest misfortune for you? Misfortune. Very unpleasant. The most unpleasant. What is the most unpleasant stuff for you?
Most unpleasant stuff. When I went to school, I didn't realize that it's easy to learn and get some things done. So I was very young at school. I started with 5 and did my baccalaureate with 18, so I was very young. Not anymore, but now because I'm only younger. But in this time, I didn't really understand the meaning of school. So I went there, but I didn't do anything. So I finished the school also, but afterwards, during study, I understood that if you learn, it's for you. It's more. It's important to learn something, and I miss this. For example, this classic literature everyone has to deal with at school. So I didn't read it. I wrote my exams without having read
The books.
The books.
Same.
So and now I would say that was bad because it was just I missed so many things, and I thought it was cool. I was cool, but now I would say it would be better to have learned more for me, not to get better results, but for me.
What's your favorite? Do you have your favorite writer?
Favorite writer, I have this. Yeah, I love Philip Roth. Yeah, I read a lot of books of him.
Do you have favorite composer, maybe?
Not really.
Artist?
I'm very open to
Everything.
we go regularly to the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, and whatever they play, it's just so nice, and they're so profi, so good, and so I hear everything they play.
Yes, that's absolutely right. I've been
Listen
there.
to everything
Yeah,
they play.
fantastic place. What do you hate most? What do you hate? Is there anything in the world which you hate?
In my personal living, or in the world.
In the world, maybe.
Well, okay, I answered concerning my personal living.
Yeah.
I hate, for example, here in hospital, if people have no empathy to what they do, no love in what they do. So I think medical care, medicine there are 2 parts. It's, let's say, knowledge. In surgery, it's of course skill. So if you don't have any skill, you can't be a good surgeon, but you